Welcome to That'sCoolWire.com. This video is going to be a working video to show you how to attach the EL wire to the new Easy Snap connector. It's real easy, and we're just going to show you the different steps for all the sizes that we have. Now we want to show you that the new Easy Snap connector works on all 5 diameters. You got the 0.9, 1.4, 2.2, 2.6, and the 5.0. Again, all 5 diameters work with the new Easy Snap connector. Now I want to show you the aspects of the connector itself. It's pretty simple. You'll have 2 metal plates, one for the small hair-thin wires, one for the thicker center core wire. The other aspect of the connector is there's foam on both ends, and the foam really serves as a sealer. When the wire's in here, it just creates a seal on the end. I'm going to turn it this way so you can see the V inside the connector, and that's where the center core wire is going to go into, and we'll show you that shortly. It just gets pushed down in here, and when the connector closes, it really just locks it in. So if we take the connector itself, one of the aspects is the snapping of it, and that's why it's called the snap connector. And on this end, you can see how the foam seals the end. So if the EL wire is in there, it conforms to the different diameters of EL wire. Now we want to show you how to connect the 2.6 EL wire to the Easy Snap connector. The easiest way to figure out the length is to take the connector, and you're roughly going to do the width of it, and it's approximately about 1/2 inch. So we just measured it. We'll take our strippers, score it a little bit, pull it. Now the next step we're going to do is take the 2 small hair-thin wires, twist them together, and kind of just bend them up, and we'll show you that. Now we're going to place this inside the connector. But the first thing I want to show you is we'll take the red PVC jacket and we want to sit it on the foam. You don't want to go too far in. That's too far in. You want to line it up to the foam. But as you can see, the V is off to the right a little bit. So what I'm going to do is just take the wire with my hand and just bend the wire up a little bit and create a little bit of a curve. So it looks just like that. We're going to take this, and again, we're going to line the red jacket up on the foam. We'll worry about the hair-thin wires, but they need to stay on this metal plate and not touch this metal plate. The only thing you have to do with the 2.6 and the 5.0 is, because the center core wire is thicker, is we really want to help push this the center core wire down into the V. So I'm just going to take some needle nose pliers. I'm going to push it down. And that's it. You do not have to do this for the 1.4 or the 2.2 or the 0.9. It's just the 5.0 and the 2.6. Here I just want to make sure the 2 hair-thin wires are touching this metal plate and not touching this one, or you'll have a short. And that's it. Once you do that, you snap it shut. We're going to go ahead and just plug it in and turn it on. And we're going to turn the light off so you can see it's working. Now we want to show you how to connect the 5.0 millimeter EL wire. Again, the 2.6 and the 5.0 EL wire both have the same size center core wire, which is the thickest ones. Again, it's only for the 2.6 and 5.0. So prior to this, we showed you what you had to do to connect the 2.6. The thing that you want to do with the 5.0 is we talked about the foam pads. You can leave them in or not, but it leaves a little bit of a gap because the opening on the connector was designed for the 5.0, so you really don't need the foam. So all you do is you just take needle nose pliers or your fingers and you just pop these out. You put the 5.0 in. Again, what we're going to do is just take the needle nose pliers again, and we're just going to push down the wire. That's down. We're going to make sure the hair-thin wires are sitting on that plate, which they are. We're going to take this and close it. You hear the snap. We will put the inverter on here. Turn the light off. And that's the 5.0. It's that easy. Now we're going to show you how to connect the 2.2 millimeter EL wire and the 1.4 millimeter EL wire. To save some time, we're just not going to go ahead and connect the 1.4 since the center core wire is exactly the same as the 2.2. We have two recommendations. One, if this is going to be an application where, let's say, it's on a display, you want to go ahead and strip the center. You want to strip the wire to about a 1/2 inch. And the reason you're going to do that is it's going to be on a display, so you're not going to be rough with the EL wire. There's not going to be a lot of pulling. And what you're going to do then is just line up the PVC jacket onto the foam. And this center core wire is going to go through the first V. We'll call this V1. And basically all you do at this point in time is make sure that the two hair thin wires are off and sitting on this metal plate. And you're going to go ahead and close the connector, and everything will just snap and you're good to go. So we recommend, again, one more time, going through just the first V if your application is not going to be rugged. If you think you're going to be rugged with it, let's say you're going to put this EL wire on costumes and there's going to be a lot of jumping and pulling going on, then we recommend stripping the EL wire a little bit longer, to about 1 inch or so. You're going to, again, put the PVC jacket on the foam, but here you can see that the center core wire is going through both V's. And by doing this, to help the connector close and snap properly, the first thing you want to do is make sure the two hair thin wires are sitting on this metal plate and not touching this plate, or you're going to create a short. And since you're going to go through both V's, we recommend that you just push it down. It's kind of like the 2.6 we talked about, that you just want to kind of give this a little bit of an extra grip. So we're going to go ahead and push it down. And you don't have to do this if you're only going to go through the first V. But this is, again, for something that you know you're going to be a little bit more rougher with the wire. You go ahead and close it, and it's shut. And that's it. It's just really that simple when you're going to connect the 2.2 millimeter or the 1.4. Now we're going to show you that the 2.2 millimeter EL wire will light up after we made this connection. We're going to grab the inverter. We're going to attach it. We're going to turn it on. And as you can see, the 2.2 millimeter wire works perfectly. Now we're going to show you how to connect the 0.9 EL wire to the Easy Snap connector. The 0.9 EL wire, the center core wire is so thin that the step you're going to have to take for the 0.9 wire is to actually strip the end of the wire longer than the previous sizes, which would be the 1.4, the 2.2, 2.6, and 5.0. Those were roughly about a 1/2 inch. This one you want to strip about 1 inch. And you're going to fold it in half just to make it thicker. So it's going to look something like that. And again, you want to make sure that the hair thin wires don't come anywhere near the center core wire. So I'm just going to pinch these and twist these a little bit more. Okay, I think that's good. Again, we're going to line the PVC jacket, or the purple part, on the foam. I'm going to push the center core wire into the V, and I will move my fingers in a second so the camera will pick up what we're doing. Okay, so here we have the center core wire in the V. I can see the hair thin wires are off to the side, and they don't have to be exactly, as long as they're not touching the other metal pads, you're okay. So I'm going to get those there. And we're just going to close this. And I heard a snap. And we are going to take the inverter and turn the light off. And that's how you would make the 0.9 work.